I didn't really start to have an interest in growing Naviga in a bigger way until about 10 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so half of the time I've owned Naviga, I have just been having a lot of fun, with not too much intention, right?
Yeah.
And that had a lot to do with my personal life, raising 3 daughters and all that stuff. But now that I'm older, Bryon, in the last 10 years, I really kind of sat down and I said, I want to do something different here. And I became very intentional about our marketing and business development and all that. So that's kind of a little snippet of my journey. The business is very personal for me. I built the business based on the things that I learned and kind of my heart around talent acquisition on the corporate side. It's just I'm just not doing it because I was in sales and said, let me just, so it's personal. So I had to say, all right, let's take some of the personal out of this and see how we can grow it more intentionally by holding the team more accountable for that growth, becoming a better leader. And it really had to do with the stages and phases of my confidence as a person.
Your own personal process versus the company stages.
It really, yeah. And I'm blessed because I had the freedoms to do that. I haven't had a board. I funded my own business. But the problem is the more serious you get, the stakes get higher.
Yeah. Now you got 20 people looking at you, or 25 people looking at you going, we're getting paid, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, but I like that pressure. And I think that at my age and at my maturity in the business, I'm really leaning into that in a great way.
That's great. That's great. Okay. So how would you describe the growth stage that you're at today at Naviga?
We're scaling. We're still scaling. I want to grow. I want to continue to serve our customers, continue to expand our customer base. We're expanding a certain product line, which is contingent workforce solutions and temp staffing. So that's a pretty aggressive growth number this year. So we're in growth mode for sure. I'm not ready to put a lid on it.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. So when you have grown the firm, what were some of the key things that today, what's on your leaders list? Like what are the big initiatives? You just gave one, you're rolling out a new product line or service line.
Yep. Yeah. The initiatives are consistent production to our customer base, consistency. So it's very important.
Consistent experience.
Yes. A consistent experience and consistent execution from our team. So I'm very, very focused on our production behind the scenes and working with the organization leaders on that. I'm also very focused on business development. I think if we didn't get a new customer for the next 10 years, based on what we've developed over the years in our customer base, we could grow this thing in a really, really big way if we didn't get a single lead in this business from a new customer. And I'm very intentional in working with the business development team on plans to make sure we're growing our base. So those two things are really big and topical. Yeah. And of course, marketing plays a massive role with business development in my world. They're not two separate entities. So the marketing department and business development are working closely with me on that initiative.